All right. We are live. If you're here with me live, say hi. Say hi in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. Add your name if you want me to see your name because I can't see it unless you type it. But welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about time management, the ultimate time hacks, actually, for service based entrepreneurs. Because, there's a lot to do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. So hopefully you can hear me. I think we're good. Looks good. But yeah, so if you are a service-based entrepreneur, if you're an expert in something, if you help solve major problems for people, you're in the right spot. I know as a business owner, sometimes it's hard to do it all. So what I help my clients with is a lot of automation. How do we automate most of the marketing and business so that we can have time and money freedom? Because it's one thing to have a lot of money, it's another thing to have time, right? If you make tons of money and you don't have time, then what's the point? Time is the ultimate commodity, right? So let's make the money so then we can use that money to create more time for ourselves, have great experiences with our families, all that good stuff. Awesome. So yeah, the ultimate time hacks for service based entrepreneurs, the relentless pace of entrepreneurship can easily lead to burnout and a neglect of personal well being a lot of times. I've witnessed many clients grapple with the demands of their businesses, often feeling like they're on a never ending treadmill. Like this consistent hustle, while it seems like it's the path to success, it can have actually detrimental effects on one's physical health, mental well-being, and overall quality of life. Okay. And as I always say, the ultimate measure of success, at least according to my terms, is not just money freedom, but time and money freedom, like I said before. So, through my coaching, I've seen entrepreneurs transform their lives by mastering time management and embracing a more balanced approach to work and personal life by setting up a lot of automation. So, let's break down how this process unfolds. Okay. Optimizing time management. Effective time management is a cornerstone of success. With my clients, we look into their daily routines and workflows to identify bottlenecks and areas of inefficiency. And we then develop strategies to optimize their schedules, ensuring that each passing moment is purposefully allocated to tasks that align with their goals, and we automate as much as possible. Not everything can be automated, but we do as much as possible, right? Depending on the business, you might not be able to automate everything. Some businesses, we can automate almost everything, which is really cool. But, it depends on the business, especially as a service. A lot of times, most times, we do have to show up with our clients because each individual is different, right? And I mean, if you're an expert, you know what you need to do and what you don't need to do in order to get the best results for your clients. But as a coach, as a mentor, as a business, what would I call myself? I don't know. I've been doing business since 1996. I've been helping business owners succeed since 1996. So clairvoyant. I don't know. I can see stuff that most people can't see in their businesses. And I can say, hey, this is what's working, this isn't working. Let's get to the root cause. Let's, implement something that will work much better. That will be much more efficient and which, increases productivity, increases profitability, all that kind of stuff. Right. So, like I said, it leads to increased productivity and a sense of control over their time. And one possible problem area to check is the marketing overload. Okay. Spending excessive time on emailing, blogs, posting, etc. That can be a significant bottleneck. And entrepreneurs often find themselves constantly checking and responding to emails, posting excessively to different platforms, then getting lost in it. Also, with blogging, writing books, podcasting, and all that other time consuming stuff that they think they need to be doing, but they don't. Okay. There's a much more efficient way because those things can really interrupt focused work on the important things that yield the biggest results in the quickest time. And I always recommend to designate time blocking. and employing automated tools that can help streamline processes. Another way to optimize time is to stop micromanaging. Entrepreneurs who have teams and micromanage their teams can find themselves buried in operational details, and this leaves time for it doesn't leave a lot of time for strategic thinking, right? Delegating those responsibilities and just trusting those team members to handle tasks independently once they've been shown how, of course, that's essential. Okay, you can spend much of your time on tasks that align with your core goals that only you can do, and then delegate the rest to your team. You also need to learn to efficiently facilitate meetings if you've got a team that can otherwise be super time consuming and unproductive if not managed well. Entrepreneurs may find themselves in numerous meetings that don't really contribute to their goals. Just keeps it's kind of like busy work. So just make sure you set clear meeting agendas, limiting time, the duration of the meeting, and evaluate the necessity of each meeting to save significant time as well. Also, maybe having a cadence to the meeting. Another thing is multitasking. So again, those days of multitasking, it's just not efficient. Attempting to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously, it can actually lead to reduced efficiency and increased errors, right? So if just think about it, if you're multitasking on several different things, it's like driving to one destination in 8 hours versus driving to one destination in 2 hours. How much quicker are you going to get there? Right. So focusing on those single tasks until they're completed can really improve productivity. Or I also like to find tasks task batching works best for me. By this, I mean grouping similar tasks together and then tackling them during dedicated time blocks. I figure out what really needs priority, meaning what is going to give me the quickest results in the shortest amount of time, and then tackle that first before I move on to a different project or a different task. So really sitting down and getting clear on what is priority, right? So for me, if I'm not on a call, okay, being on a call with a prospect, if I don't have a team member doing it, being on a call with a high quality prospect is top priority for me, because if I'm not on a call, I'm going to be generating calls, doing things to be generating calls, because if I don't generate calls, I'm not going to have any sales, right? And this goes for all my clients too. Um, if I'm not with my clients, right? Actually, that's probably top one. If I'm not with my clients, then second would be a call, right? But I only have certain small window of time that I'm with my clients, right? Because most of what they need has already been automated. I'm not going to be repeating myself over and over and over again. So anytime I find myself repeating myself over and over again, I'll create a training for it, and then they can go watch that on autopilot, right? I don't need to show up to be telling them the same thing over and over and over again, because there's a formula to what I do. There's a framework to what I do. But then also it's very customized, specific, and tailored to each individual. So I do need to meet with them, at least once a week during the process, to make sure that they're on track, to make sure that they're understanding, to make sure that they're filling in the blanks correctly, so that it is tailored to them specifically. Does that make sense? So anyway, back to I kind of got off topic a little bit there, but so instead of jumping between unrelated activities, right? Figuring out what's the priority, batching them, right? And then throughout the day, there's just designated specific time periods for those specific types of tasks. Okay. So this approach is highly effective for improving productivity and helps also to combat procrastination too. So, for example, in the mornings, right after I drop my son off at school, I work out, and then I'll do my mindset stuff, right? To keep that bulletproof mindset. I work on administrative tasks like checking emails, checking Facebook DMs and comments, and I do my mindset work, right before that. So then I dedicate time after that to prospects, right? To calling if I'm not with my clients on that specific day. Like I said, I'm on calls, um, talking to prospects. I usually do one or two a day. I don't like to fill up my entire calendar, and then I've got a team that handles the rest. But I still like to do them. I still like to talk to everyone. as many, as I can. So one or two a day. And then maybe a follow-up if that fits in. And then once my son is finished at school, once he's at home, there's only 2 days per week that I spend time on working. So, um, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I'm off once he's home from school. But Wednesdays, I have one client session. And Thursdays, I do these lives for about 30 minutes. And that's it. Okay. So scheduling appointments, managing finances, or updating client records is mostly automated or delegated. And then in the evenings, I also set aside time for family, friends, fun, my own personal development, like reading, studying, things like that. And this dedicated time really just ensures that I stay updated and continually improve my coaching skills and processes. I might tap into my mastermind groups, right? The important thing is just to set those clear boundaries and discipline around work hours, especially since most of us work from home, right? So, and as a single mom, I need to have a defined time for my business so that it doesn't get tangled up with my personal time. So the art of balancing this is necessary so that we can have a productive time for work without sacrificing moments with your family and friends, right? But again, what I see a lot of times is a lot of people aren't clear about what to focus on, especially when they're first getting started. They get up and they're like, there's like a million things that you could be focused on. So if you're not really clear on what to focus on, that's where a great mentor comes in, or a great coach, because they can guide you through the steps of what you ultimately need to be focused on in the right moments. Because I say this often, it's like a recipe, right? Any business, and it's like a successful business that gets the right people finding you, calling you, and paying you, it needs to be set up like a recipe. There's a lot of ingredients, but it all has to, be done in the right order. You can't miss a step. Like you can't put that icing on the cake and then put it in the oven and then put the eggs. It's not going to work out, right? And I see a lot of people out there, they're just kind of throwing stuff up on the wall to see what sticks, nothing's sticking. They don't have that blueprint to follow, those plans to follow, in order to set it up properly so that it actually works. And then, and so they know, and they have that clarity around what is the priority to focus on to get them set up so that they can reach their goal efficiently and effectively. Right. So anyway, and then I touched on it, but I want to emphasize, okay, when it comes to handling your business, the lack of automation can cause major inefficiency. So, like I said, repetitive manual tasks, those can eat up valuable time. So, really identify tasks that can be automated, such as email responses, data entry, training, scheduling, social media posts, ads, evergreen webinars versus doing them live type of thing, to reduce time spent on those routine activities. Okay. So, find out what tools and softwares best suit your needs and do not hesitate to invest in them. Like with my clients, I have them take a quiz actually, and based on their budget, based on where they're at, based on what they ultimately want to create, that gives us the it spits out which platforms would be best for their particular business and who they are and what they want to create. So because I mean, it's never ending with the platforms, right? So anyway, just that saves time, it saves money on figuring that out. So anyway, just regularly evaluating and upgrading your tools as well can improve your workflow efficiency, because the outdated ones can really annoyingly slow you down and slow down that your processes. And then remember to track your time too. Okay. I know so many entrepreneurs who do not have a clear understanding of where their time is going. So implement some time tracking methods, because that can really it can provide you insights into time allocation and areas for improvement, or at least scheduling everything in your calendar and then reviewing it regularly as well, right? Identifying those bottlenecks at least and inefficiencies is the first step towards optimizing your time. Okay. Once you recognize what's slowing you down, then you can develop strategies and solutions that are tailored to a specific challenge, which leads to improved productivity and a better work-life balance, right? Make sense? So number two, let's talk about creating efficient workflows. Okay. In this ever evolving landscape of business operations, efficient workflows are essential. And I work closely with my clients to streamline their processes, introducing automation, like I said, and delegation wherever possible. By reducing the manual things and the repetitive tasks, a service-based entrepreneur regains their valuable time that can, they can just redirect it towards strategic thinking, right? Innovation, and personal pursuits. So, efficient workflows really help to ensure that tasks are completed systematically and without unnecessary delays. Okay. And here's how workflows make a substantial difference. A, it improves your consistency. Okay. You got to be consistent, especially with your marketing. Workflows help to maintain consistency in your delivery as well. So, by standardizing the processes, entrepreneurs ensure that each client receives a consistent and high quality experience, right? So, that another thing that I work on with my clients is, we lay out this whole offer, their whole, like, how do they get this result for their clients, right? And we put everything together so it's very systemized, very strategic, so it gets the best quality experience for their clients so that they're satisfied. It also enhances trust, right? It's satisfaction and trust. B, the turnaround time is also quicker because it's efficient. And efficient workflows enable tasks to move through the pipeline more swiftly, which means faster response times to clients' inquiries, quicker project completions, right? And ultimately, again, increased client satisfaction, bottom line, right? And then C, an efficient workflow also enhances collaboration. So for those of you working with a team, it's systems, right? Streamline workflows. It just facilitates a smoother collaboration. Like the roles and the responsibilities of each member are really clearly defined. Everybody knows what they're doing, along with efficient hands-off stuff between the team members. So this can effectively minimize confusion and bottlenecks. Okay, then D, streamlined workflows are also less prone to errors. So, with the standardized processes and automated checks, entrepreneurs can significantly reduce the risk of mistakes that can be time consuming to fix. And then E, are we on E? Scalability also becomes easily attainable with efficient workflows in place. So, as the business grows, efficient workflows make scaling more manageable. New team members can quickly grasp the like established processes, ensuring that the quality remains consistent even as the business expands. So, to create efficient workflows, entrepreneurs need to start by, again, mapping out their existing process, like I do with my clients, identifying pain points and opportunities for automation and optimization. And this process can be guided by an expert in business process improvement or workflow management, such as a business coach or a consultant like me. So ultimately, efficient workflows are a powerful, powerful tool that empowers entrepreneurs to regain control of their time, totally reduce stress, and achieve a better work-life balance. And all of these while maintaining and even improving the quality of their services. So we've talked about optimizing your time management and setting up efficient workflows. Now, our hope is that these lead to a healthy work life balance and ultimately reduce stress and increase fulfillment overall. Let's move on to number 3. So, striking that work life balance and increasing fulfillment. Perhaps one of the most critical aspects to having a sense of success as an entrepreneur is finding balance between work and personal life. And I was trying to set up this video for you, but I couldn't get it in time. I'm gonna get it on time because I wanted to give you a visual of this, but I don't think I can. I don't think I could get it downloaded in time. Now it's still downloading. Anyway, no big deal. I'll bring it up another time. But anyway, some people, they really resist this, right? They're afraid that taking the time to do mindset work or exercise or to take a nap or whatever. I mean, I went to the spa all day yesterday. I took the whole day off, met up with girlfriends, went to the spa. It was an amazing day, recharged. I brought my journal. I just, thought about a few things, dreamed, and, just went from, it was mineral baths. It was beautiful. We just went spa to, bath to bath, all the sulfur bath and saline bath, and had a wonderful lunch and just recharged, right? Nice Tuesday day, right? Dropped my son off at school, drove it was about an hour away, and it was wonderful, wonderful. And now I'm refreshed, I'm recharged. It was not a waste of time at all, but a lot of times, especially when you're first building your business and you're anxious to get it going, right? You think, oh God, I got to work, work, work. I got to do. I got to make this happen now. I've got bills to pay and clients aren't coming in. And if I take time, that's time I'm not, working on my business. Totally get it. Makes sense. However, right? It's not a waste of time. Okay. I guide my clients to understand that a balanced life, it isn't about working less, it's about working smarter. Okay. And this is why we also explore techniques for setting boundaries and prioritizing self care and making time for family, making time for hobbies and relaxation. Because you need to be your best self, right? You need to show up as your best self. If you're exhausted and you're tired and you're pushing and it's just, you're trying to get to your goal like that, it's like, it doesn't feel good. You got to enjoy the journey. You only live once, right? Um, and think about the reason why you're building this in the first place. Isn't it to have that, happiness or that relaxation or all these things in the end, right? So if you can do them throughout, right? Just taking that time to be your best self so that you can be like in a higher vibration, in a feel good state, and then take aligned action from there, it actually propels you faster and you get quicker results because you're always getting back what you resonate out in the first place, right? So if you're resonating out stress and worry and frustration and all this stuff, you're just going to keep getting more of that. So if you can just take the time, breathe, meditate, do something that feels good for you, watch a comedy, whatever. Just get yourself into that state and then take some action, right, in your business that's going to get you closer to your goal. Make sense? So anyway, the results are profound. Clients who once grappled with constant stress, overwhelm, and burnout find themselves experiencing reduced anxiety and improved mental well-being, especially once they've got that roadmap to follow, right? That kind of takes away the overwhelm and the confusion and of what do I focus on next to get to that result. When you've got that blueprint, when you've got that plan that I hand to them, right? Where it's like, step one, do this, go and implement it. Good. Step two, do this, go and implement it, right? Step three, do this, go and implement it. Then by the end of 8 weeks, right? They've got to their goal. They've got everything they need to get to their goal. They've got the framework built out so that the right people start finding them, calling them, paying them a high ticket price so that they can reach their income goals quicker with less people, which gives them that freedom to be able to either go deeper with their clients, again, have more time for self-care, family, all that good stuff, right? That time and money freedom, right? And they even report higher levels of satisfaction and surprisingly increased productivity in their business by balancing their lives, right? By balancing their lives, they become just more creative, more resilient, more motivated. So in essence, the transformation in time management and work-life balance, it's not merely about optimizing schedules, right? It's a shift that redefines success, which equates to money and time freedom. It empowers entrepreneurs to not only achieve their business goals, but also savor the journey. It's about reclaiming control over their life, reducing stress, and ultimately experiencing a more fulfilling and rewarding entrepreneurial path that would benefit not only them, but also their family, right? Their clients and the larger community around them. So, to recap, we talked about the ultimate time hack for service-based entrepreneurs, okay? Optimizing time management, where we look into the daily routines and workflows to identify bottlenecks and areas of inefficiencies. We also discussed creating effective workflows, which includes streamlining processes, introducing automation and delegation wherever possible. And these lead to a healthy work life balance and ultimately reduced stress and increased satisfaction and fulfillment overall. So, I hope that has been helpful for you. Remember that time is your most valuable resource as an entrepreneur, and how you manage it can make or break your success. Once that day is gone, you'll never get it back. So, ultimately, it's not about working harder, but working smarter. So if you like personalized guidance or have questions about optimizing your time management strategies, feel free to reach out to me. You can just comment time below or in the comments, and I or someone from my team will get back to you with a DM. So join us again next Thursday here on YouTube or in the Business Growth Blueprint group on Facebook for another valuable discussion. If you like this or you found it valuable, then yeah, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Come and join us in the Business Growth Blueprint for high ticket entrepreneurs in on Facebook. So, oh, I see a hi, Heather, but I'm not sure who that is. It doesn't show me your name, unfortunately. But anyway, I hope to see you guys next week. And yeah, if you like this, if you're here with me live, you can put hashtag live in the comments. And if you're here with me on the replay, you can put hashtag replay. Also, if you have any questions about any challenges you're facing in your business, you can also put those in the comments, and I'm happy to reply to any of those at any time. So hopefully I see you next week. I am live Thursdays at 3 Pacific time. If no questions now, then I will see you then. Take care, everyone.